Minasan, konnichiwa. And today we're going to talk about 7 Japanese words and phrases misused or mistranslated. Simply explained. First, we're going to cover misused words or phrases. When we're learning language, we focus on the very basics, such as yes and no. But let's focus on yes and being an important word. Have you heard of what yes is in Japanese? Hai. Did you get it right? So, hai is very important. And as for no, in Japanese it is technically iie. However, Japanese don't really use this word, so we're going to actually use some alternatives instead that are commonly used, just about 3 of them. The first one we're going to be focusing on is 違います. That's not it, or it's directly translated as it's different. This is used when we're trying to clarify something that is not correct, saying, oh, that's not mine if somebody's trying to return something to you, or say you're at a restaurant and you're trying to say, oh, that's not my order. We use this for being able to correct things that are not right in place. So remember, 違います. Also, a side note is you can learn to say the version of no. However, it might be a bit of a challenge as this one is a bit tonal, saying So instead of probably focusing on I recommend focusing on 違います. The next alternative is 大丈夫です or it's okay or that's okay. It actually translates across all pronouns. So I'm okay, you're okay, he's okay, we're okay, and so on. So for example, if someone bumps into you, you can say to them, oh, it's okay, 大丈夫です. Or say you're at a hotel and they're trying to ask you confirming questions about things, trying to see if it's all right with you, 大丈夫です. Or at the very end of things that are being explained to you and they ask, do you have any questions? You can just still say, 大丈夫です. So remember, 大丈夫です. You can also say, いえいえ, no, it's nothing. This is, for example, say you help someone and you don't want to make a big deal out of it, so you say, oh, no, it's nothing. いえいえ. The next one we're going to get into is thank you, which a lot of people tend to learn as ありがとう. And even though this is technically correct, it's technically incomplete. So if it's incomplete, ありがとう is more to be considered as thanks. So in order to make it more clearly proper, one other way you can say is どうも, which is a bit more formal than ありがとう. And then following after that to actually be more formal is ありがとうございます. This is the complete and correct way to say thank you. So remember, ありがとうございます. Also, when you may be around shopping in Japan or visiting restaurants, you'll hear a lot of times them saying ありがとうございました. Thank you for everything or thank you for that. You may use this when leaving a shop. ありがとうございました. The third one we're getting into is good morning or おはよう. Again, this is the short way. So it's technically morning in English. So the correct way to actually say good morning is going to be おはようございます. Another word that also has been mistaken to being short is thanks for the food, which is ごちそうさま. Again, this is thanks, not thank you. The complete way would be ごちそうさまでした. Thank you for the food. I would strongly recommend this phrase because you can use this phrase at someone's house, or say when someone takes you out to eat for a treat, or even when leaving the restaurant, you can use this with the staff. You can say ありがとうございました and ごちそうさまでした. Next, we're getting in translated words or phrases. So, what are we talking about being mistranslated? Well, let's find out. This is getting to our last 3, and the first one is いただきます, which has been translated as grace. However, Japanese don't have the concept of praying before a meal, so this is incorrect. It may look like they're praying, but they're not. What いただきます actually means is it means I receive this food, more simply saying to yourself as bon appetit. You can say this despite whoever made it, even if it was yourself. You can say this when you're alone eating, or with friends and family, or say you're a guest at someone's house. But you don't need to use this in a restaurant. Only ごちそうさまでした. But also remember to say いただきます and ごちそうさまでした after eating. Our second to last one is technically two Japanese phrases confused in one English phrase. And that is nice to meet you, はじめまして and よろしくお願いします. So let's break down what each of these phrases actually mean and when you use them. So with はじめまして, it's only one time per person, once in a lifetime opportunity to use per person. And よろしくお願いします is to any person, any time of the day, every day. So よろしくお願いします does not mean nice to meet you or how do you do. はじめまして nice to meet you. So what does よろしくお願いします actually mean? Well, the direct translation of it is please be kind to me, or more easily to understand is I look forward to. So there's a couple situations we can use this in. I look forward to working with you, whether it be for school, actually working or doing some sort of project together. I look forward to spending time together, going out, someone's showing you around or touring you around the city. We use it all the time for those situations. Or I look forward to what you'll do for me. So maybe you're asking staff something a little bit out of the ordinary, or the staff may be having to ask you a little something out of the ordinary, so they may say よろしくお願いします. Now, the interesting thing about our last one is actually it has been both misused and mistranslated in some ways. Good luck, or been translated as 頑張って. However, 頑張って has no nuance as into luck or fortune. Even though in Asia those two things are very important, it doesn't really reflect in the language, oddly enough, in Japanese in this case. So what does 頑張って actually mean? Well, it means do your best. It's actually you putting forth the effort. Now, talking about how again is being misused, again, it's a bit short. So it's supposed to be actually 頑張ってください. Please do your best. So I say to you, 頑張ってください in learning these proper phrases in order to convey yourself better in Japanese. So let's recap. はい means yes. 違います that's not it, or it's different, in replace of no. Our other replacement of no was 大丈夫です it's okay, that's okay. いえいえ no, it's nothing, I didn't do anything great. Don't worry about it. ありがとうございます thank you. おはようございます good morning. いただきます I received this food. Bon appetit. ごちそうさまでした thank you for the food. はじめまして nice to meet you. よろしくお願いします please be kind to me, or I look forward to spending time with you. And finally, 頑張ってください please do your best. Again, 頑張ってください everyone. So what did you think? Did I miss anything? Please leave a comment or question below. And don't forget to like it for more content. 最後まで見てくれてありがとうございました。また次回の動画で会いましょう。Thank you for watching to the end, and we'll see you in the next video. ありがとうございました。